Hello, I'm here today to talk about moving coil cartridges, in particular budget moving coil cartridges. Now, up until recently, the received HiFi wisdom is that the budget moving coil cartridges, and here we're talking about cartridges that are under £1,000, are likely to have problems in the treble area, and quite often the treble's rather shouty, although they will obviously, you know, a £500 moving coil cartridge will sound better obviously than a £50 moving magnet. However, if you have a budget turntable or a sort of mid-rangey turntable like my P5 for instance, the best thing to do is to get a high quality moving magnet cartridge. That is the received moving magnet cartridge, that's right, that is the received wisdom. And I have a Goldring 1042. There are a few I suppose super budget moving coil cartridges, three that I can think of off the top of my head. One is the Autofon Rondo Red. That is it's actually quite a well received cartridge for what it is. It's the reviews that I've read of it from various sources have been that it's slightly unemotional, a little bit bland and, you know, lifeless, but doesn't suffer the coarseness in treble that some of the other budget moving coils do. The Denon DL103 and the Denon DL103R are very cheap cartridges. They've been around since God knows when, and depending on who you read, that you either love them or hate them. I read a lot in the HiFi press. HiFi World really loathe it with a passion. I think both of them with a passion. A lot of the American HiFi press though actually quite like them. I actually respect the opinions of HiFi World. It's probably the best of the HiFi magazines, especially if you're into vinyl. So I respect their opinion, and I would say probably avoid the Denon DL103. However, in this month's HiFi World magazine, there is a review of the Audio-Technica AT-F3 Mark III. Now, this is a cartridge that's been around since the 80s in various guises. The Mark III is the latest guise, and according to HiFi World, it's really rather good, and it's only £189, which is cheaper than my Goldring 1042 moving magnet. There were issues against me not buying it, and that is that I don't know any dealers in my area that actually sell this that would be able to fit it for me, and I don't feel confident to fit a cartridge like that myself. And also at the time I didn't have a moving coil phono stage. My Creek phono stage now that I've got has a cheap moving coil phono stage on there. Whether or not it would bring out the true moving coil goodness, I don't really know. But this moving this AT-F3 Mark III here actually sounds rather good. And the only reason really why I'm even making this video is because ABBA aficionados like myself don't often read about ABBA reviews or sort of people testing out HiFi equipment with ABBA material. One of the best things about HiFi World compared to other magazines is that they do actually tell you in quite a lot of detail what material they're using to test their equipment with. And it says here this is about ABBA's Eagle. Okay, now the overall character of this cartridge is beautiful. Apparently the treble, although it's not perfect, is not coarse in the way that some of the other more expensive moving coils are, or more expensive budget moving coils anyway, shall we say. And basically they say ABBA's Eagle showed just how talented the F3 Mark III is. Here is a somewhat cloudy sounding mid-70s pop song, glorious admittedly, but might as well have been recorded in a shed. Right, that is their evaluation of it, obviously played on stuff that is far more capable than this little humble Audio Technica cartridge. I'm not sure what version of that they're using, because apparently they were remastered for vinyl using the 2001 Astley ones, which I can well imagine would make anything sound like it's been recorded in a shed. I don't think my original vinyl one sounds like that. I might do a transfer of it to get your opinions. But anyway, so that's their opinion of it before they've played it on the Audio Technica. Now they say the Audio Technica simply scythed straight through much of the cotton wool that seems to surround the soundstage on lesser cartridges and got straight to the heart of the track. I was struck by the clarity of vocals and of the drum and percussion and of the timbre of the synthesizers and of the taut, firm bass guitar work. True, female vocals did sound a tad brightly lit, and it's fair to say that the track didn't exactly come over as the sumptuous 1970s recording that it's supposed to be. But the experience was exuberant, propulsive and purposeful, and despite that toppy balance there was a degree of refinement to the treble that I've not heard elsewhere at the price. And it does go on to say at the end that while it's not for everyone, many will love it. And if you've already got a decent moving coil phono stage, I haven't really assessed my moving coil phono stage at all because I've never had a moving coil cartridge, then it's hard to see why you wouldn't want to use it with a bargain budget moving coil such as this.